Okay, this is part 2 of our NCLC video series, and we want to talk about sample forms and pleadings. And one of the cool things about these volumes, I talked about how cool the index was. One of the other nice features about this is these volumes contain sample forms and pleadings. Okay, now is it the best forms database you'll ever come into? No, I mean there's other ones you want to look at, but some of these sample forms and pleadings can be quite useful. Okay, you're going to have to do some modification to them. They're not, perfect. You may have to change some things, but they're a good resource for you. So I'm going to talk to you about how you can really restrict your search or your access to just those items if you're not interested in reading, for example, the treatise text. And so here we are at where we left off in the last video. We were at section 1010, teacher loan forgiveness. So I'm going to click this little arrowy thing back. Okay, and again, as I told you in the other video, because of my screen resolution, I got some overlappy thing going. Not a big deal. If you go down to the bottom, let me just scroll a little bit here to give me some more context. If you go to the bottom of any of the treatises, you'll see the companion materials. And for example, you'll see pleadings and discovery. And if you scroll down, these arrows are expandable, okay, which is nice if you want to deal with that. But you remember in the first part of the video, I did like a mega search of all of the treatises, okay, because I said sometimes you don't really know where something is and you just want to say, point me in the right direction. Well, the same is really true for searching of the forms and pleadings. So if I go back to search, one of the options is advanced pleadings search, okay, and what I can do here is actually quite a few limits all combined in one page. It can be a little overwhelming, but it's not too difficult. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a search for, I know it's kind of boring, complaint. Previous search I did was forgiveness. Now I'm back to complaining. That's how it goes. Okay, and I'm going to do some limits. I'm actually going to filter by legal claim. Okay, and I'm going to say, give me all the complaints that deal with, Civil Rights Act in terms of the claims that are made. All right, and you could do all sorts of different ones. If you know enough to deal with the type of pleading, you can certainly check the boxes. Subject is the same thing. I'm only picking one. You get the idea. Once I do this, this is good enough. Okay, and if I do a search, we're going to find that we have, how many do we have? We have 25. Okay, pleadings that are complaints dealing with Civil Rights Act. And you can see here that some of them are Microsoft Office docs and some of them are PDFs. Okay, I'm going to open this one in a new tab. I don't even know if they open per se in the new tab. I assume they do, but if not, I'm just going to do it that way. And here is the PDF that you can then take and edit yourself or use as a guide to producing your own. Okay, and so this is yet another potential source for forms if you need to find them. And it's always, that's one of the big questions I get with attorneys is, how do I find forms on the internet? How do I find forms for free? How do I find forms from different resources? And this is how you get them on the NCLC databases. Go through advanced pleading search. And by the way, there are tips, okay? And if you click on that one, I should open that one in a new tab. They do have some, it's a bit dense text, but once you read it, it is quite useful and will help you probably even be more competent in your pleadings and form searching. But if you do have any questions, feel free to email, call, or chat with a Jenkins reference librarian who will be able to answer your questions and help you to search this database more effectively.